right, so here we go. All right, well, welcome to the first ever Academy Life podcast. We are trying this out, and if you guys keep listening, we'll keep making them.
Yes.
Today, I'm sitting down with everyone's favorite dean, Dr. Lasambe. Hey, thank you for being here today.
Thank you, Patrick. Appreciate you, man.
Yeah, so how are you doing today?
Not bad. Everything is good, man. Today's a big day with the inauguration and everything like that. So, it's kind of good to see the energy in the audience.
Yeah.
To see the student body kind of living out our values of respect and maintaining people's dignity and respecting where people are and engaging in civil discourse is what I love. And so I've been really proud of our community. Whichever side of the aisle people land on, what I saw in the hallway today was kind of a respect and honoring and a valuing of the diversity that I think exists in our community.
That's great to hear. Now, the topic of the day is your new position at the
Yes.
school. For people that don't know, what is it?
So a few things. Number one is this year I tagged on a title onto my Dean of Students title where I am Special Assistant to the Head of School for Student Outreach. And what that means is that we are a private and independent school, but we want to have more of a public purpose. We want to be a school that really impacts our city more, to be a school that really serves our city well, a school that offers opportunities to traditionally underserved populations, and utilizing kind of the resources we have and the responsibility we have as part of our humanity to really impact our city for the better. I think when you think of independent schools and private schools, you think of wealth, you think of privilege. And that landscape is changing, and we want our reputation to include impacting, to be, as our head of school always says, to be the Academy of Columbus, not just Columbus Academy.
So kind of to help out not just the students that go to the school from Columbus, but to help the community as a whole then?
Yes, and with that, I think it's both. I think when we are able to serve our community in a good way, we also learn something from people that we serve. So it's very much a two-way street. If you, Patrick, are engaging in a dialogue or you're teaching or instructing people, you are exposing yourself. You're not only practicing your content area, but you're also exposing yourself to a diverse perspective on the city, on the world, and you start to grow as well as you interact with that. So I think that is the bigger vision, is not only to really impact our city, but for the city to start to impact the way we think of Columbus, the way we think of some of the issues that are in our city, and be a part of the solution to some of those things that come up.
So like a ripple effect in a way, not just
Correct.
Impacting Academy students, but having those students impact their communities and so on and so
Correct.
That's sweet. Do you have any big projects in the works for it right now?
Yeah, so what we're really thinking about is building bridges, finding out who our faculty, staff, and students are connected to. Anybody that walks into our buildings has a bridge to a community. And we want to be intentional about our understanding who is in those communities, what are their needs, and how can we serve them the best. That's number one. Number two, I think we have amazing facilities. We have amazing faculty and staff. And so can we start to be a school that starts to equip some students and add onto their knowledge in a way that some of the deficiencies they might have will start to be addressed a little bit in this environment. For example, in this pandemic, there are so many students that haven't been in school. They haven't been in a classroom. They haven't been able to get the opportunities that we have been able to get. And so we talk about the achievement gap, where we see that especially traditionally underserved populations are not achieving as highly as other populations. And so with this pandemic, that gap is likely to increase. Some students are choosing to get their GEDs and not finish high school in the traditional sense. And so how can we then start to step in a little bit and maybe add on to their knowledge, maybe offer a literacy course, maybe offer a course where people do labs and do dissections and they learn about the world, maybe they engage in the college process just a little bit. You know, how can we help fill the gap in the way we can with our time, with our resources for our city.
That makes a lot of sense. So, like, I know it's a really cliche thing to say, but like level the playing field.
Correct.
A little bit.
Yes, Patrick. And our students have a wealth of knowledge. What if our students start to run those courses for the younger kids that are coming through? What if, Patrick, you start to run a math course that maybe once a week you can come in and just teach a middle school kid some math or something like that, or an area of passion for 6 weeks at a time. And some might think, oh, that's just a short period of time, but for that kid, you've made a connection and you've moved the needle for certain children, and you're giving back the knowledge that you have gained from this school. That is something that is precious and beautiful.
That's awesome. Well, if you ever need me to do that, I would be more than happy to.
I couldn't think of anybody better, man. You have a great light and you have a great spirit, and I know you'll connect with so many people.
Now, are you still, like, with this new position, are you still going to be the dean?
Oh, awesome question. So this year, yes. Next year, I will be relieving myself of the dean role, and I'm getting a new title, which is assistant head of school for student outreach.
That's awesome.
So what that will mean is I'm not going anywhere. I'm still here. I'll still be a part of the upper school, but I'm going to be doing this work more intentionally and putting more of my time, resources to this work, and really starting to make connections with people outside the walls of our school.
That's sweet. Yeah, so you kind of answered my question a little bit there. Like, a lot of people are wondering if we're still going to see you around as often as we do. Do you think that's going to change more or less, like, either way?
Yeah, you know, I have the privilege of still being an advisor, so you'll see me. I'll still teach, which you'll see me. And I'll still be involved with United CA, with our student orientation programs and stuff like that, and really starting to maybe pay more attention to those programs in the upper school, but also cross-divisionally. So I will still be here. I will still be in the halls. I'll still be a part of this upper school community.
That's sweet. Well, I believe that wraps up everything that I was going to talk about. So I just want to thank you so much for being part of this interview.
Patrick Daly, what a pleasure, what an honor. It's a privilege. Thank you for doing this. Thank you for amplifying the voices of people in our community. And I think you're going to start something awesome that will leave a legacy for you as well.
All right. Well, thank you very much. Well, we're going to wrap this up now. Thank you for listening.
Take care.